The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Sam in Irvine, California. Hey, Sam, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Doing great. You having a good day out there?
I am having a great day. Thank you very much. I want to preface by saying that I'm so grateful to you and TFNN for you to assemble such a great people, such a team to help the small investors like myself.
Well, we appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us, Sam. Thank you so much.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. And guess what, folks? We are kicking into spring. Oh, it's a beautiful thing, no doubt. And Boston just set a record for snow. How do you like that? 108 inches, they set it yesterday. This is a quote, give this 1 second, by Peter Ustinov. The point of living is to believe the best is yet to come. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 232, NASDAQ up 54, S&P's up 30, gold contract up $1.10, 1,153 an ounce. Silver up 12 cents at $15.61 an ounce. Platinum down 10 at $1,108 an ounce. Copper flat at $2.67 a pound. Light sweet crude down 91 cents, trading at $46.15 a barrel. The oil market, folks, that wants to basically break those lows. Pretty amazing. Bonds, the 10 years up 3 ticks, 127.07. 30 years up 14 ticks at 160.01. And King Dollar's up 874 ticks, trading out at 99.44. The euro is up. No, the dollar index is down 874 ticks. I've been so used to saying it's up. Down 874 ticks at 99.44. The euro is up 90 at 105.86. And the yen is down 91, trading at 121.39. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. Now, let's go over to the world of the S&Ps and take a look and see what we have happening out here. Okay, so we're at 208.54 right now. We take this back. We're going to look at what we're doing. And what you have is this, is that we're coming into a couple different downdrafts that are out there. We are doing it right now. We have 95 million shares traded. You're going into the downdraft that had been created on March 6th. Now, March 6th, folks, we had 188 million shares traded. What your number is this. Now, this is where it's going to get really interesting coming into the close out here. So the bottom, the low of our downdraft on the 6th is 207.10. So we're way over that right at this particular point. Right now, you're up into the 208.50 number. So that's saying, hey, you're going to be into that bar. The real key is going to be, can you stay over the 208.79? We've hit 208.64. That is the level that we did a little nice counter trend bounce after the downdraft. You know, we'll see where we handle that number there, because the bottom of that number is the 207.55. If we take a look at the futures, what we have with the futures is this. The E-minis, thus far, if we take this and we'll put this on a 10-minute basis, what you're going to see is that the E-minis have come up. They're into the gap that had been established a few days ago. And, you know, we'll see whether they can run over this 2074 level. What's happening right now is that they're running into the 9th of March. You had that little spike before we went south, and what's happening right now, that's where this is running into. You know, we'll see whether it has the juice. It's certainly not going to have the volume across all the indices out here today. What you have in the NYSE, we're at 439. We'll end up doing about 650. And the NASDAQ, what we have, the NASDAQ's really weak. Now, so this is going to be a trip on the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ right now is 1.2 billion, 1.275 to be exact. That NASDAQ is saying, okay, it's going to bang out about 1.5. Gold contract. What do we do with gold? Gold contract needs some wide price spread, accelerated volume. What we don't have is this. Okay, you don't have sellers. Bottom line is that we don't have buyers either. The gold this morning, we went to 1152. Right now, you're trading at 1153.60. What we have done on the daily basis is that you're hanging at these lows, and the longer you hang at these lows, the more problematic it actually gets. You know, my take is that the dollar's off the high, and yes, gold wants to go higher, but we want that to happen right here, right now. Once we got back under this March 6th level, that was 1162.90. It's having a tough time. It certainly, last Friday, it didn't break those lows, so that's a positive, but the bottom line is that if you stay at highs or stay at lows for a long period of time, folks, okay, bottom line, it likes to break them. Oil market. Let's go take a look at oil. What's going on with the oil market is that we have plenty of oil. And this is going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out, because what we do have is this. The oil market out here today is trading at 46.19. That number has run into the lows. The low of this contract, folks, okay, is 45.52. We broke that number. We went down to 45.08 today. We're trading at 46.19, which is over the lows. You know, we'll see whether it can basically handle this price right here. It looks to me like it's a much larger ABC structure on the way down. You have a couple of lower lows that are out there, that have been out there, by the way, and they've been out there since 2008. And it looks like, hey, guess what? That little baby wants to get tested. Bonds. We go take a look at the bond market. What we have with bonds is this, okay? If we take a look at the TLT, this TLT is in an ABC structure on the way down, and it's a complex ABC. We had already broken the B point. We broke this B point on March 6th. You broke it with volume. You get above it last Thursday. Friday, it goes sideways. Today, what you try to do is that it tries to get into the high out here today. It's under the high right now, bottom line, and you have lighter volume. The thing that's pretty amazing watching this shake out is this, is that we are up 82 cents today. They're at 127.54. Now, this is a correlation also that has changed. Now, check this out. This is what's really wild about the bonds right now. Most of the time, folks, okay, what happens when the market's up 200 points? Well, bonds are down, right? Bottom line, different correlation out here today. So we'll see if, in fact, this is a much larger change of trend inside the bonds. But that matter has happened, meaning that we're up and bonds are up. And guess what? They're up with lighter volume. King dollar. What do we have with King dollar? We'll see whether King dollar basically has any more juice in it, or that's all she wrote. What we have with King dollar is this. Much larger ABC structure on the way up. It, in fact, did more than a 1 to 2 ABC structure on the way up. My take, and this is going to be so cool watching this shake out. I just can't wait to see which way it happens. It looks to me like King dollar has a much larger change of trend. When you do more than a 1 to 1.618 ABC structure on the way up or the way down, it changes. The thing that's driving me crazy right now, not driving me crazy, but I really can't figure out, is this, is that we know that interest rates across the world are really low. We know that our rates are high, okay? So when we take a look at the bond, and this, you know what, this is really cool. Oh, yeah, let me finish this thought first. So you take a look at the bond market, right? Our 10 years at 2.09. France is at, oh my God, France is at, 0.5%. Germany's at 0.2%. Sweden, well, Portugal's at 1.5. Portugal's broke. Spain's broke, and they're at 1.1. Okay. So if I looked at that fundamentally, it's like there's no possible way, okay, that our rates can go up. But guess what? Technically, it's saying going down. So when I know things fundamentally and technically, I go with the technicals for sure, okay? And one of the great PBR. If you want to take a look at the aspect of go with something technically versus fundamentally, all you have to do is look at Petrobras. You know, Petrobras is a company that, you know, if you looked on the aspect of what they're supposed to make and all of this, and actually what they're supposed to do, no, of what they actually do take in, okay, so Petrobras is a company, folks, okay, that takes in $319 billion a year. But guess what? Their stock is at $5. This is Tom O'Brien, this is TFNN. You stay right there. We'll come right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to make the best and most accurate decisions. Choose from 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. John Logan hosted a special subscriber-only webinar in December, and you'll gain access to that archive as well, so you can learn exactly what the TAS Profile Scanner can do for you. Try this product out. No matter what you trade, the TAS Profile Scanner can help you make more informed trading decisions. There's no obligation to pay anything. Don't let this offer pass you by. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are up 215. You get the NASDAQ up 52. S&Ps are up 28. And the number that you want to watch coming into this close, folks, in the cash S&P is 2076.14. That's the number. And that, specifically what that number is this. That is on March 10th. That's where we started the second downdraft when we went from 76 to 44. And I expect that number is going to it's going to be a close call coming into this close, but I do expect that we're going to be either under that number or maybe slightly above that number with lighter volume. If you're under that number, that is a failure. Failure on price, failure on volume. As you come over to our website at TFNN, you're going to see our man, Mr. Dave White. Dave is going to be doing a webinar this coming Wednesday, and what that webinar is going to be all about is how to trade option expiration with our man, Mr. Dave White. Now, Friday's option expiration, and this is the monthly option expiration, folks. What's so cool is that Wednesday is Fed Day. It's only a one-day meeting. We'll see where they're going to be with this interest rate structure and what the language is going to be. I don't expect anything to happen, but the language will more than likely change. As you come over to our website at TFNN, it's a subscriber event, but you can test drive Dave's newsletter. It's his daily newsletter. If you do the test drive, what happens, you get into the webinar absolutely free. That's going to be on Wednesday night. Great webinar. It's normally, his newsletter is $149 value. You get that for free. You're going to get the webinar for free. So check it out on the front page of TFNN. Now, as you're over at the front page of TFNN, what you're going to see is we're springing into spring. Beautiful spring is here. Bottom line is that you're going to see right in the front page that you can double your target dollar bonus. Okay, this just came up today. Bottom line is that as we come into spring this weekend, if you'd like to buy target dollars, we have a special bonus that's going on. You'll get either 20%, 30%, or 40% bonus. Normally, what ends up happening if you buy $500 worth of target dollars, normally you would get $550. You're going to get $600. If you buy 1,000, you're going to get $1,300. So on 500, you get a 20% bonus. On 1,000, you get a 30% bonus. And on 1,500, you get a 40% bonus. That sale started literally 2 minutes ago. It goes until this Sunday night. So if you have product at TFNN that you're buying right now, it's a great way to save money on the product. If you think you're going to get product in the future, it is also a great way. There's no expiration date. They're good on all the products at TFNN, and they don't, and they're transferable. Okay, coming into the close out here, what are we going to have? Right now, we're dealing with, let's see, 1524. So I want to bring this. Whoops, there she goes. Okay, we're going to bring the SPY up, and we're going to put this on a 10-minute coming into this close, because what I suspect you're going to see here is we're going to see a little pressure. And the real key is going to be, okay, pull this up just a bit so I can see that volume. Okay, so what we have is this. At 3 o'clock we started the show. Last time, so right there is game. So we're at 208.42 and 207.72 is game. That's how we stand right now. Now, that'd be a big hit coming into the close, because that would be, what, 40 cents plus 30. That'd be a 70-cent down. That'd take a bit, but that is game, because what would end up happening is this. We're at the 208.41. and we're under the 52. You get under the 22, you'd see a faster acceleration on the way down. Inside the Dow Industrials, what's putting juice inside the Dow Industrials out here today is this. You have United Health. That is putting $3 into it. It's up $3. 3M is putting juice into it. Procter & Gamble, that's a dead cat bounce, but they're thinking of selling their beauty and their beauty business. Travelers is up $2.14. Taken away from it on the way down, you get DuPont's down $3.31. Intel's off 12 cents. Microsoft is up 7. So out of the 30 Dow stocks, 28 of them are trading higher. Inside the NDX 100, what do we have inside the NDX 100? What we have inside the NDX 100 is this. Amgen is the leader out here, up $8. Regeneron is up $19.95. Illumina is up $8.23. So the 3 top stocks inside the NDX 100 just doesn't stop. It's the biotechs. Xilinx is next, up $1.57. Now, taken away from it on the way down, you have Netflix down $17.65. Micron Tech's off 29. Wynn Resorts is down 113, and NXP Semiconductor is down 60. Let's go over and we take a look at, let's see what we got happening here with Netflix, NFLX. This is always a happy, highly volatile stock, no doubt, NFLX. So we take a look at Netflix. Oh, she's going to come into the gap. Ooh, this is intense. Okay, so this is what you have here with Netflix. Netflix had gapped away on their earnings the 20th of January. The 20th that it closed at 340. Let me bring this up and put this on a daily for you. Man, this is intense. When there's gaps below like this, folks, this is always pretty intense because Netflix had gapped higher. It closed at 334. The following day, it opened up at 400, okay? It goes all the way up to 480. My God, that's sick, okay? Because think about this percentage-wise. You go up to 480. Good numbers, right? Now we're at 420. So you're down $60 there. But guess what? You're getting into the gap. You know, the bottom of that gap is 401.87. And normally what you see is this. It'll come down to the bottom of the gap. As you get down to the bottom of the gap, that shows some support. What you have out here today, though, is this. You're barreling down at the bottom of that gap. We get 3.3 million shares already. It's a confirmed ABC down. Your A point on this is at 486. That's the high. Your B point is 433. So what do we got? $53. Your C point is 452. That gives you a 400. This is sick. So the low of that is 401. A little interesting. Okay, so the high of the gap, the high of the gap when it gapped away is 400, 401, 404 rather. The A to B equals C is 400. You're coming into it with volume. That's saying that the whole gap's going to get filled, which it can, by the way, too, because it'll do more than a one-to-one ABC structure on the way down. But that is a dangerous setup. It's particularly a dangerous setup because it looks like that it wants to go right to the bottom of that gap without stopping. Some of the high-volume stocks in this low-volume market, you get Apple up $1. Excuse me, folks. Cisco Systems is up 41 cents. Freeport McMoran is down 26. And a real bummer out here, folks. This is pretty intense, man. I'm telling you, life is precious, but pay attention to it because, you know, I had brought up last week, I couldn't quite figure out what was going on with Gold Corp, you know, and bottom line is that one of their mines, this is the same in Mexico, huge problem. You know, basically with drug lords, and the bottom line is that they just found 3 of 4 people that got kidnapped trying to get home out of the mine. Bottom line, 1 they had let go last week, the other 3 they just found them not alive. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Dow Industrials right now are up 218. Nasdaq's up 53. S&Ps are up 29. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
You know what's cool? taking something that's good for you, something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Technomental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 223. You get the Nasdaq up 55. S&Ps are up 30. And coming in after the close out here, it seems like, basically numbers stop and then they just come right back on it again. And the man, Mr. Dave White's telling me that, Netflix, was putting some pressure on that. They lost the Seinfeld reruns. So we'll see where that whole thing does shake out. But it looks to me like that gap wants to be filled. We take a look at some of the Dow stocks out here. This is what we have happening in the guide. Now, all the Dow stocks in the positive except two. Right now you have DuPont is down 335 and you get Intel down 7 cents. Other than that, everything is in positive territory. The leader out here is United Health. So let's pull United Health up first, UNH. UNH is trading at the price point right now of 118.55, 26 rather, 118.26. And this little baby just continues higher with volume, with juice behind the move. Let me pull this back for a bit. So last 4 months, we've gone from 80 to $1.18. Boy, it's a one-way trip. Let's pull this back, put this on a weekly basis. Okay, so this is interesting what a lot of these have done. I'm going to put this on a monthly. What you have here, folks, is that there's many of these that actually have just finishing up ABC structures on the way up. Let's see what this one was. So if we go back, I believe this is, it's a close call. So right here, if I do a conservative ABC up, it would be 27, do the whole thing, 27, I'm going to do the whole thing. So 14 to 53. If I go from 2008 up to to 53. So we're talking 30 bucks. 30, 44, no, 40 bucks. That would get you 81. That's extended too. This is pretty cool. So what you have with UNH, it's kind of like the same setup inside the US dollar. What you have is that if you take a look at that coming off the bottom we're talking is 2008, the stock's trading at 1451. You take that leg up to 53, it only went sideways for 3 months and then took off again. That's extended. There's no doubt about it. A lot of these are extended, but when you come to that end of an ABC structure, and I'm going to do that full number, but that is saying, number one, that it has finished the ABC structure, and we'll see whether it's more than a 1 to 1.618. It's no doubt a stretch, though. And the last, what you do have with UNH is that the last time we had any volume on that was 75 bucks. You know, you had juice that continuing up, but real volume behind that move. That's where it was. Let's go over and take a look at DuPont. You know, now DuPont came off the high, and you came off the high with some monster juice. And of course, we talk about coming off highs with volume. DuPont has done 13.1 million shares today. That is after making a high on Friday. And that high that was made on Friday, we did 80.65 with 8.9 million. You know, so that's coming off the high of Friday. That's saying the first leg down will take you to about $70. Right now you're at 77. And we'll see whether, if in fact, that's going to break down. You know, see the way it's set up at this point, it's saying, hey, that's just a normal pullback somewhere until 72. And it looks to me like that will go higher again. You know, because what we did do last week is that you had juice behind the move, and it looks like, you know, it wants higher price. So we'll see how, in fact, that breakdown is happening. I mean, does it stop at the first swing point, and does it have lighter volume at that swing point? We go over to Procter & Gamble. We take a look at Procter & Gamble. That's trading up $1.63 right now, and this little stock is a mess. What's intriguing about it, of course, is that Procter & Gamble owns just about everything. One of the reasons you see this with the pop out here today is that they're exploring the sale or the IPO of their beauty product line. And their beauty product line, folks, by the way, is huge. I mean, everything and anything. Then when you start talking about beauty, most of Procter & Gamble owns. Whether it's CoverGirl makeup, whether it's Wella products, it's a big number. In fact, I don't know what the exact percentage would be, but if we go over to UTLA, Ultra Salon, right? I suspect, and I don't know what this number is, but I suspect that inside that store, which that's been a little rocket ship coming off the lows. It's coming off an IPO. Bottom line, thank you, ULTA. Procter & Gamble probably owns 20 to 30% of the product, and it might be a lot more, by the way, inside that store. I mean, it blew my mind really starting to understand exactly how much Procter & Gamble owns in that whole area. And Ultra, you talk about it gapping up. That gapped up it closed on Thursday night at 144. It traded up to 156 on Friday with numbers, and right now it's trading out there at 150. And what does happen, the profit spread inside the beauty business is absolutely insane. There's no doubt about that. Evidently, Procter & Gamble, bottom line, has to get a few things together. There's no doubt about that. Because when we do go back to Procter & Gamble, we take a look at where it is and where it's been. We take a look at this, put this on a monthly basis, and what you're going to see is that we've come down from 94. You're at 84. That's not the end of the world. They do pay a 3% dividend. And bring this back a bit. This is an equity that already came into its October 15th swing low. This looks like it still wants to go to 71. This is going to be interesting watching this whole thing shake out, because the way this is trading right now, this still has game at 71. We ran all the way to 93. You're at 83. We haven't come down off the high with volume. That's a plus for Procter & Gamble. There's no two ways about that. It did not come down with volume. However, on the way up, the last time it had any volume on the way up was at $71.94 price point. So kind of the way that sets up is that, hey, listen, that's where it wants to go up to. Let's go take a look at the 3 Qs, because the 3 Qs, folks, the NDX 100, using the 3 Qs, had broken its B point with volume, and now you're doing a complex ABC. You're up $1.32 with 20 million shares after breaking down on Friday with 42 million. So you can see this correlation. The correlation is pretty cool inside the aspect of what the 3 Qs are doing. And 107, this will be interesting too, because if the 3 Qs can stay right where they are right now, that would be saying that, hey, guess what? Tomorrow you'd try to bounce it to 107.14. And that would be a big move, because we're at 106.68. Wouldn't be as large a move as today, but that would, that's where we gap down from. If it's trying to get into that gap, that's logical in the aspect that before Wednesday, before the Fed meet, exactly what they are going to say about good old interest rates and the king dollar and all of the above. Because right now there's an absolute disconnect between bonds, market's up 200, so picture this. Percentage-wise, what we have is this. Dow's up 1.2%, NASDAQ's up 1.1, S&Ps are up 1.2, and when you do look at the bond market, that's very unusual that you have bonds going up with the market. Bottom line, bonds is normally the counter-trend move. If you do take a look and you want to see a drawdown, the largest drawdown since 2002 has been in the TLT, meaning the amount of cash that was taken out. Now, what you want to wrap your head around is this, and this is where it's going to get really not only wild, but the ETF structures themselves are great when things are going up, and they're a disaster when things are going down. And, you know, we've gone through this a few other times, but I remember the first time it happened inside the NDX 100, and it was the Qs and the diamonds, and the Qs, the diamonds, and the SPYs, and that was in 1999, 2000. As soon as they start going down, accelerated selling. In the bonds, it gets a lot heavier. The reason being is that inside the bonds, you're only talking one ETF, and you're talking a 20-plus bond, and that's it. Okay, well, guess what? That last week, we had the largest drawdown since 2002. Yeah, 2002. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow Industrials right now up 217. Nasdaq's up 53. S&Ps are up 29. We're going to be right back.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 214. You get the NASDAQ up 55. S&Ps are up 29. And as you come over to our website at TFNN, you're going to see our man, Mr. Dave White. He's going to be doing that workshop. And that workshop's going to be all about, folks, is how you are trading options on option expiration week, which is this week. Learn how to trade option expiration with our man, Mr. Dave White. And just for the record, folks, okay, when Dave and I were doing the show on Friday, bottom line is that, and since that his newsletter, he went in, he bought the 95 calls on Tesla. Bottom line, they got those at a couple dollars, and they just got out of those as we're basically at 380. So you're talking about big money overnight. Now, you can go to this workshop. It's absolutely free. Check it out on the front page of TFNN. The way you do it is that you test drive his newsletter for a month. You like the newsletter, great. You get charged at the end of the month for the following month. You don't like it, you can cancel it. You can come to the webinar. I suspect, I know it's going to be a great webinar. I mean, I know White Lightning. That's what this is, by the way. There's a couple of different things that end up happening here. What happens at the end of the option expiration is that what you're looking for is you're looking for highly volatile stocks, and you're looking that the VIG on those are not as big as the volatility can be when it comes in. And bottom line, I suspect you're going to get a lot of that this week. And the reason we're going to get so much of it is the aspect that we have the Fed on Wednesday. We've had a great volatile market anyway, but the bottom line is that this is going to get more volatile. The thing that's amazing, actually, I heard someone this morning, and it was blowing my mind, actually, that they were claiming that when markets get volatile, they really just stabilize. It's like, we stabilize? What are you talking about? And now as you're over at TFNN, folks, you're going to see right in that main page, what we have brought up there today is you can double your Tiger Dollar bonus this spring. It's 20, 30, and 40% bonus. If you buy 500, you get 6. If you buy 1,000, you get 1,300. If you buy 1,500, you get you're going to get 1,800. That's a misquote on that. I got to get the thing fixed. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's go to Max in Fort Lauderdale. Hey, Max, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. Looks like you're a little sunburned. Looks like you've been out on your boat.
That's funny. Yeah. It's funny that hey, well, you're in Fort Lauderdale. Summer came back this weekend, folks. That's funny. It did, right? I mean, it's gorgeous. Yeah, no doubt.
How come gold is flat and RGLD's up? I thought they'd run together. Is that projecting something?
It's not that it's projecting. I mean, the GLD's flat right now. I can tell you this. The way GLD is setting up, it's a nice setup. It's a better setup than the future market, okay? But we need a sign of strength, man. We don't have any sellers, but we don't have any buyers. It's a problem, Right now, it's a problem, I think my take is that we're going to see some real strength in this probably the next week, but we want it, and we don't have it yet. And you don't have it, right across the board and even some of the equities.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Thank you.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. And when I say a sign of strength, folks, what you want to be seeing is this. You want to see wide price spread, accelerated volume. And as I said a little bit earlier, my larger take is that we have the dollar is in a long-term change of trend, which is just insane, okay? But bottom line is that the dollar's been going up since 2011. And what's going to change it? This is where the thing, that I had said a little bit earlier, that fundamentally, this is really a hard one to swallow, and I had brought up the aspect of Petrobras, because if you remember, if you go back, whether it's, 7, 8, 9 years ago, bottom line, Petrobras was trading at $77, had everything and anything, meaning the amount of oil that they own, the amount of docks that they own, the amount of storage that they own, had all of it. Because you're talking from fertilizers, you're talking plants, you're talking about the refining market, the oil market, all of the above. Well, the bottom line is that, it's going to end up, it is a big fraud. That's the bottom line. And it just keeps getting bigger. And you're talking about like hundreds of millions of dollars, not shot money. So my point is this, is that watching the charts versus paying attention to what CEOs say or anything else makes a lot more sense. It just does. And Petrobras is the perfect explanation of it. What we will see, and this is where this is going to get really wild, trying to figure this out, is the dollar basically topping out here, pull back, and our bonds topping out? And if that's the case, well, where are we going to be? And what is that implication, and what do we think it's going to do to the markets? Thus far, each and every time that the markets think that the interest rates are going to go up, they can't stand it. We'll see if that changes. If you take a look at the XLF, we get into the financials out here. XLF, basically coming up to test the consolidation pattern that it's been in. Each and every single time that it gets up to this $25 number, it just can't handle it. And the reason that it can't handle it, what it's actually running into, put this on a daily for a second, what you're running into is how it came off the highs. When this came off the highs in December, it came off with some big volume. It came down with 58 million shares. The first time we went up there, we went up with 18 million. The second time we went with 60 million, and today going up with 28 million. So you can see that the correlation of how we're going up there is dramatically lighter, not smaller. I mean dramatically lighter. Let's go see if the IWM, the small caps have been trying to test this high all day long out here today, and let's see if she got into it yet. So we've hit 123.58. No, it's 75. It's 123.75. It's so close to it, though. I suspect, we get till tomorrow to basically get into that and test that. When you're that close to a swing high like that, most of the time you're going to get in there and you're going to test that swing high. We go take a look at Big Blue. Big Blue today is up $1.69. That's after basically coming down last week with juice. Big Blue is up today with 3.1 million shares. That's after going downtown with 4.5. In 6. Bottom line is, Big Blue wants lower price. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Dow Industrials right now up 230. Nasdaq's up 57. S&Ps are up 26. Gold is up $1.90, trading at 11.54. Silver up 14 at $15.63. You stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming right back.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Nick in Tampa. Hey, Nick, what's going on?
Tom O'Brien, it is an absolute pleasure.
Thanks so much, man. We appreciate you calling.
No problem. Dude, I've been listening to your show for about 2 years now, and it has just been wonderful. I listen to you, Basil, Andy. You guys do an amazing job.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. As we kick into spring, let's make it a great week, folks. This quote here is by Christian Larson. Live in faith that the whole world is on your side so long as you are true to the best that is in you. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials close up 228, NASDAQ up 57, S&P's up 27, gold contract up $1.70, trading at $1,154 an ounce. What we need here is we need some juice in gold, folks. Now, Friday doesn't break into the lows. It's hanging at these lows, though. We're looking for a wide price spread, accelerated volume, topside. Silver, same deal with silver. Silver's trading at $15.61 an ounce. Platinum, down $10 out here at $1,108 an ounce. Copper, flat at $2.67 a pound. Light sweet crude. Light sweet crude, folks, wants lower price. We closed down 91 cents at 46.14 a barrel. Bottom line gets into 45 area. This is pushing lows, pushing them with volume. If we break that B point, and we'll go through this in a few minutes, with volume, it's a monster ABC structure on the way down. Pretty amazing. We're full with oil. Bonds, 10-year up 8 ticks, 127.11. 30-year up 30 ticks at 160.17. Total divergence in this market right now. Why? Because most times the bonds don't charge forward when basically we're up 200 points. Bottom line, bonds did go higher, lighter volume. I suspect you're going back downtown. Why? It's a complex ABC structure on the way down. We had taken out the B point last week with volume. King dollar down 832 ticks, trading at 99.48. We'll see, in fact, if the king dollar wants to have a total change of trend. We hit the 100 level out here today, sold off of that level. Euro up 71, trading at 105.67, and the yen flat at 121.40. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. If we go over the world of the SPY, we take a look at it and see what we have out here. This is what you have, folks. SPY closed out here today at 208.58. We did volume of 126 million shares. Now, that's not a bad volume characteristic. It's absolutely lighter than the way we came down, but that's still a decent characteristic. So we're closed inside of the downdraft that was established out here on March 6th. The bottom of that downdraft is 108.10. So guess what? That is saying, hey, game can be all the way up to 209.94 right now. That's pretty intense, but that's how that's set up right now. And the volume wasn't bad out here. We take a look at the 3 Qs, the NDX 100. This could be a little bit different, and the reason that this would be a little bit different is that the bounce on it doesn't have the juice that the SPY has. It has already broken a B point with volume. On Friday, what we did is this. We got down to a price point of 106.68. We did 42 million shares, and today you only did 24 million. That 24 million is coming into 34 million from the way down. Your SPYs, your 3 Qs are at 106.70. Yes, it'll go up and test the 106.98. That's not that much further from where we are. In fact, you could 107.14 is gain. 107.14 is also the low that was established on March 6th. That's how that little baby is set up right now. Small caps. Let's go take a look at the small caps. The small caps, and we use the Russell 2000 for the small caps. Small caps all day long, folks, we're trying to get into their high, and it just missed it. Bottom line, we did 19 million shares, so the volume characteristic is not even there. We did 29 million at the high. It was trying to get into 123.78 all day. We made 123.58. I suspect tomorrow that baby will get tagged. Why? When you're that close, when you're 20 cents next to it. The Fed meeting is Wednesday. We're going to have some, tomorrow you could have some follow through volatility. Wednesday will be intense, no two ways about that. And, we'll see where that shakes out. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? What you have with gold is this. The contract is at $11.54. We have not had any buyers. That's where this shakes out. Now, we haven't had sellers, but we don't have buyers. The bottom line, if you don't have buyers, guess what? Supply versus demand, you're not going anywhere. The low in this contract is 11.32. Last week we hit 11.46, rejected that level each and every day. Thursday, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, rejected lows every single time. The GLD, what gets interesting here is this. On a technical basis, the GLD set up a little bit better. Now, it's the same setup per se, but, when you look at it, I'm saying to myself, oh, this is interesting. The low in the GLD going back is at 109. We're at 110.28. And we'll see whether GLD can get into, first off, the 111.70. Right now we're at 110.81. And 111.70 is important because that's where that downdraft was on March 6th. That downdraft on March 6th, folks, is your benchmark inside the gold contract as well as the GLD. If we go over to the oil market, what you're going to see with oil's in big trouble. Has been in big trouble with CLK. So what we have with oil is this. Oil today did 193,000 contracts, which is decent contracts. We got down to a low of 45.08. You closed out at 46.14. The 46.14 is not good enough, folks. It would have to basically bounce out of here. It would have to close at 46.97, which was the low that was established last Friday. So the way this is trading right now is that it looks like it's not only going to jump into the 45.52 because we went down to 45.08 today with volume. We very well could jump the creek. And jumping the creek in oil will be an absolute mind blow because if we jump the creek, it's not going to be 150. We'll jump the creek. That thing will open up down, I suspect, $3 or $4. Why? Because this is what you have. Under these lows, you're going to see a slew of sell stop orders. Okay, that's what this comes down to. People that are long, they're going to, bottom line, they're not going to let the oil market slide down $3, $4, $5 and stay in the market. Now, this is where I'm coming from. Okay, so for one contract of oil, right, folks, you're putting up $5,200. It trades at $1,000 a point. You're only buying, you're buying $46,000 worth of oil. Most times when you're pressing bottoms like this, stops are always good. There's no two ways about that. But when you're pressing a bottom like this and you're pressing it with volume, you have a overnight session that's coming in. It's saying to me, you know what? They're going to jump right over that thing, open it down, $2, $3, $4. You see the spikes very quickly on the way down there. And then they'll basically take out all those stops. Now, that being said, what we want to do is we want to go over to the U.S. dollar. This is why. So, DX, M5. What the dollar's done is this. Dollar got into the high out here today. We got it to 100.71. The high on Friday was 100.78. Gives it up off that high, and we had some decent volume on the way down. If, in fact, the dollar does want to back off, that is going to be great news for folks that want to see the oil markets go higher. So when you kind of put that together, it's like, oh, man, this is pretty neat. Is the oil market going to basically do an ABC structure on the way down, spike down, then no one will even, they'll say, that's it. We're not touching oil. But the dollar starts giving it up. You get a high volume spike at the low, and then you start building cause. I think we have so much oil out here, folks. I don't see oil exploding on a V bottom, okay? But you very well could get something going. If we take a look at the XLE out here today, the XLE had a little life. You know, the XLE is the ETF structure that got absolutely killed. There's no doubt about that. It broke the October 15th swing low. That was at 77. Broke it with volume. You know, but it looks like the XLE does want to stay in a consolidation. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow Industrials right now closed up 228. NASDAQ up 57. S&P's up 27. We're going to be right back. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock in option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Check out the new look of Tiger TV. Now you can see all hosts, charts, and computer screens live in high definition. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzamento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Daryl Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV. Now, crystal clear in high definition, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't seen the new look of Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com. Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to make the best and most accurate decisions. Choose from 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. John Logan hosted a special subscriber-only webinar in December, and you'll gain access to that archive as well, so you can learn exactly what the TAS Profile Scanner can do for you. Try this product out. No matter what you trade, the TAS Profile Scanner can help you make more informed trading decisions. There's no obligation to pay anything. Don't let this offer pass you by. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com. Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials finished up 228, Nasdaq up 57, S&P's up 26. And folks, as you're over to our website at TFNN, what you're going to see right in the front page is this. You know, we do these Tiger Dollar sales a couple times a year. This one here, we're going to spring into spring. The sale started today. It goes until this coming Sunday night. And the way that it works is this. You're going to see that you can double your Tiger Dollar bonus with our spring special. Now, the way Tiger Dollars work is that they're good on all products at TFNN, totally transferable, no expiration date. So if you do have products at TFNN and you want to save some money, great way of doing it, of saving money. If you think you may buy products in the future, also a great way of saving some money. The way that it works, normally the way that it works is that you buy 500 and you get 550. This time you buy 500, you get 600. That's a 20% bonus. If you buy $1,000 worth of Tiger Dollars, you get a $300 bonus. You're going to get 30% bonus. So you buy 1,000, you get 1,300. If you buy 1,500, you're going to end up with 2,100. So it's 20, 30, and 40. Buy 500, get 600. Buy 1,000, get 1,300. Buy 1,500, you get 2,600. You can check it out right in the front page of TFNN. Now, as you're over there, what you want to look at is this. Our man, Mr. Dave White, you know, Dave and I were doing the show on Friday. Dave is going to be doing a subscriber event. And what it's going to be about is this. How to trade option expiration, meaning this week with our man, Mr. Dave White. It's going to be a highly volatile week. And the difference of option expiration, meaning how you're trading the options coming this Friday. This webinar is on Wednesday. It's for his subscribers, but you can test drive his newsletter and get in absolutely free. Bottom line is that if we go take a look at Tesla right now, what you're going to see, TSLA, he pulled a sweet trade off on Tesla on Friday. You know, he actually had put the trade on, then we were doing the program, and he was telling me about the trade, and it's pretty cool. Because the trade was the 195 calls on Friday. So what ended up happening with Tesla on Friday closed at 188.68. Bottom line, you know, he felt it was going to be a little pop on Friday. I mean, today, bottom line, he got the pop. It's up $7. The option, it wasn't like the option was up $7. Didn't have to be because he was buying the 195s. And what ended up happening is that they got out of those 195s to about 380. The 195s right now, they closed at, I got them closed at 330, and they traded, they opened at 535. They traded as high as 668. So the bottom line is that if you want to really get a nice understanding of how you should be looking at options at expiration, great time to do that. After the closeout here, MCP, this is just crazy. This Molly Corp, folks, okay? When we take a look at, you talk about a high flyer, that it can be up to the moon and then just absolutely destroyed. This is just pretty amazing. So Molly Corp closed at 74 cents. Right now it's trading at 74. It had traded down at 65. Let's see what we had here. This is just pretty wild. So this company here, it's all about rare minerals. And, you know, when we do go back and we look at, you know, basically tops in the marketplace, this is one of the ultimates. In 2011, the stock was at $79. And supposedly rare minerals were basically rare. Well, bottom line is that we can see how this whole thing shook out. And as to having it shake out, rare minerals evidently are not rare at all. Just as oil has shown us, bottom line is that, listen, there's so much oil out there, it's insane. Now, let's go over to the XLE, because this is going to be interesting, though, looking at the XLE. So, the XLE, folks, okay, is a sector that already has got smoked. You know, inside the XLE, what you have is that ExxonMobil is 16% of it, Chevron's 13%, Schlumberger, Kinder Morgan, EOG, So there's some big equities that are inside this. If we go take a look at ExxonMobil first, we're trying to figure out, is this XLE going to stay in a consolidation? It blew out of that consolidation, and it did that with some juice on the 6th of March. This leg down just took the XLE from 93, ExxonMobil, 93 down to the 82 mark. That level, looks to me like it's going to try to work its way back inside the top of the consolidation. Now, what gets intriguing is this. What stopped this in its tracks was the highs that were established in June of 2012. $85.35 is the number. So if that can get back inside 85.39, the bottom line is that you could get a nice counter trend bounce, because Exxon came down $100, get down $20, straight down $20. It's a monster number. Chevron, we go take a look at Chevron, CVX. Those two are the largest weighting structures. So if you're trading the XLE, that's what you want to be looking at. Chevron, bottom line, you're at 113. Chevron's going to need another wide price spread accelerated volume. But what Chevron did do is that rejected lower price on Friday and had lighter volume. So Chevron's in much better shape than ExxonMobil. Chevron had come down on Friday, got to 100.66. That was testing the 98 level that was established on January 30th. January 30th, we did 20 million shares. On Friday, you only did 8 million. You come off the 8 million, you did 6. Bottom line, we'll see whether that can get any juice topside. That's one large sector. Another sector that is getting ready to basically, thanks for the heads up. MCP, which I did bring that up, is trading at 61 cents right now. Another large sector, the XLF. The financials, folks, look like flat out a counter trend bounce. That's how it looks like right now in the financials. The XLF today closed at up 30 cents. 32 million shares. The 32 million shares, what's killing the XLF is how it came down, not the last time. It's how it came down in December. In December, we came down with 58 million shares. Right now, you're only doing 32 million. That is the larger number for the XLF in a large way, too, not in a small way. Inside the Dow Industrials, what we had out here today, there was only 2 stocks that were negative. You had DuPont was down 3.43, and Intel was down 10 cents. The rest of those were all positive. When you take a look at the percentage-wise, the Dow was up 1.2%, NASDAQ was up 1.1%, the S&Ps were up 1.3%. Inside the NDX 100, it was all about the biotechs. The biotechs took the NDX high. Amgen was up 8.77. Regeneron was up $22. Illumina was up 8.51. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming back with our man, Mr. Chad Coco from TD Ameritrade Think or Swim. Don't forget, Chad, we're talking our man, Mr. David White, doing an option workshop on Wednesday. Chad's got the best option program on the planet right here, sponsored by TD Ameritrade, tomorrow, 12 noon. Get it right on your cell phone, tfnn.mobi. We'll come right back, folks.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foreside Fund Services, LLC. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow Industrials finish up 228. You had the NASDAQ up 57. S&P's up 26. And as we do each and every Monday at 20 past the second hour, we have our man, Mr. Chad Coco from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Now, Chad is the best option show on the planet, folks. It's right here at TFNN. Every Tuesday, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. You can get all the programming at TFNN right on your cell phone. We do live programming every trading day from 8 o'clock in the morning to 6 in the evening. Right on your cell phone, TFNN.mobi will get you the audio. You want to get the Tiger TV with the charts, audio, video, all of the above, go to TFNN.com. On the right-hand side, you'll see it in the box, mobile devices. Just hit that device. Our servers will know what type of mobile phone you're on, deliver it right to you. Chad Coco, what's going on?
How's it going, Tom?
Hey, it's going great, man. Thanks for being out here with us. And, what's so cool this week, no doubt, you had some nice volatility last week. You go downtown, you go uptown, you do all the above. We go up, down today. We have option expiration for the monthlies this Friday. And we get the Fed on Wednesday.
We sure do. Actually, on Friday, we get futures options, stock, and index options. So.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Quadruple witching, right?
Sure is. That's a buzz term being thrown around. So a whole lot of extra volatility built in the market around that, just everybody else closing out their positions.
Yeah, no doubt. And, it's going to be interesting to see what the response is, coming into the announcement on Wednesday.
Right. So a lot of people waiting just for the buzzwords. We're not expecting really kind of interest rate change, but the way that they phrase what they're going to do next, I guess, is what's important.
No, there's no doubt, man. There's no doubt about that. So what are we going to be talking about tomorrow?
Tomorrow we'll be going over portfolio management. We'll be talking about using beta weight in your portfolio and being able to see where your risk really lies at, and then be able to manage your risk that you do have using options and maybe some other products in there.
Nice. And folks, if you haven't test drove the Thinkorswim platform, please go try it. It's an absolutely dynamite platform. Sometimes we get calls and that for some reason there's still platforms out there that you can't trade before the market's open and after the market's closed, meaning 9:30 to 4. Folks, if you're trading and you can't do that, that's insane, okay? Because, if we went back 15 years ago, 10 years ago, yeah, there was plenty, that I can see that. Well, guess what? That is insanity, because the fact of the matter is that there's many equities that are active before that. Now, you're certainly not going to trade options before that because they're not open. But you can trade equities, or you can cover equities. As you come over to our website at TFNN, you're going to see the Thinkorswim banner on the right-hand side of the top. You can hit either banner. You can bring it up. They'll put paper money into your account. You can stop trading with paper money to see how dynamic this system is. I use it every day, whether I'm trading options, futures, commodities, or currencies. It's all on one platform. And each and every week they upgrade this beyond belief. It's pretty amazing. You know what's amazing? It seems that and now this is pretty interesting, because I could see how options absolutely overtook equities, meaning the growth aspect, folks. What has happened is this: the growth aspect inside the option market continues to go up. And when I was always looking at it, I was looking at it for the context of going up in correlation of the equities market. And one of the main reasons is that, you have the SPY running out at $208. But guess what? If you are bullish in the SPY, well, you can, buy a 208.50 for $1.22 instead of $208,000.
Exactly, yeah. So that's part of what we'll be talking about tomorrow, is using options to be able to make plays that you wouldn't be able to do without investing a huge amount of capital and get hopefully a better return on it.
Yeah, and it's not, and I absolutely agree, it's a return. But what's so cool about the option, right? Well, guess what? You can only lose basically we're talking about $122 for 100 shares. That's like, okay,
exactly.
That's a good scene. And what I didn't realize though, Chad, is that options are actually getting a huge amount of futures traders too.
Sure are, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Now, that makes sense too. I can see that, and I guess it really has to do with the same type of aspect about how much you actually can lose versus a defined risk type because the spreads got so tight, right?
Exactly, yeah. So you're just using the leverage, and it's exactly the same way.
Yeah, because if you buy an E-mini, folks, okay, an E-mini right now is $5,000. And, that's nice. It's $50 a point, but bottom line, if you were on the wrong side of the market today, well, $50 a point was $1,300. And there's no way you're going to stay in, right? I mean, that's the other side of it. So, it's just pretty intense when you look at it with that aspect. When folks are first getting into the option market, what are some of the things that they absolutely want to know pronto?
Really just where your risk is at. So we make that really easy to see within Thinker. So with the Analyze tabs, you'll be able to see where your risk is really at, how much you can possibly lose on a trade.
Yes.
And then really understanding where your liquidity is in a product. They may not know the need to know that right away, but that's definitely something really important. You're not going to want to go out there and trade options on a symbol that's not really heavily traded to begin with. The liquidity for the options market is definitely something that you need to be aware of. Hopefully your clients, when they start trading that, are aware of that to begin with as well.
Yeah, the liquidity is huge. And folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, what you're going to see is this. You'll see the Thinkorswim banner. You can hit the banner. Now, as you're over there, they have an amazing amount of videos that you can go through for free, zero cost, okay, to really get to understand how these options work. So, hey, listen, has spring come in yet by any chance?
Yeah, it's 70 degrees today. It's wonderful.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. That's
neon green river and warm temperatures.
Oh, they make the Green River too. That's awesome, man. It's right downtown too. Okay, brother. Well, listen, we look forward to that St. Patrick's Day program tomorrow, man.
I'll be here.
Okay.
Good talking to you.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. And good old St. Patrick's Day tomorrow, folks. No doubt about it. And they get the Green River going in Tampa, Florida too. It's a beautiful thing. Market-wise out here, what we did is that, you did, what, 700 million? We did 700 million? 1 second. MV. I think it was. On the NYSE, yeah, we did 755 versus 806. On the NASDAQ, what we did is that the NASDAQ did 1.7 versus 1.8. What we did do, that SPY, that wasn't a bad expansion on the way up. Meaning the SPY did get some juice underneath it. So that's saying that the SPY can get into this price point of 209.94. That would have been the top of the 6th of March where we went south. That's the way it's kind of set up right now. And we'll see whether they basically can get it in there with price and volume. The difference, as I said a little bit earlier, between the SPY and the NDX 100 is pretty dramatic. And what's wild about that, it was the NDX 100 and the NASDAQ composite itself that was much stronger than the SPY. The NASDAQ out here today just couldn't do it. The NASDAQ is at 49.29 and 49.29. Just gets you into the gap. If you remember, the composite itself had gapped down from the 9th to the 10th. That's where that first gap was. It's going into monster volume from the 6th. The 6th of March, that's where we came down. If you remember, we've had the volatility both ways, meaning on the way up, on the way down. Today, we're coming into the 6th, and we're coming into that 6th with 200 million lighter shares. The bond market is still signaling that it wants a lower price. The divergence out here in the bond market today was huge. And that divergence flat out is the aspect that you get the markets up 1.2%. And, in fact, bonds were up. Okay, that is really unusual, folks. Okay, it looks to me that this bond market has changed course. And we'll find out real soon. And when I say real soon, what I expect is that it's going to have to do with something that is the language of the Fed coming out on Wednesday afternoon. Because what bonds have done is this. March 6th, took out the B point, took it out with volume. If you take a look at the TLT out here today, or the 10-year, each case, the TLT couldn't handle higher price. 10-year couldn't handle higher price. You're up 9 ticks. We did volume. It just died in the vine. It did 1.4 million, versus today we did 750,000 contracts versus 1.4 million on Thursday versus the downdraft of 1.7. So what you have is this. You do 715,000 contracts versus 1.7 million. See ya. Don't want to be ya. This baby is doing an ABC structure on the way down. And the B2C point, I suspect, is going to be very quick. You stay right there. We're going to be coming right back. We're going to talk with Peter from Massachusetts. We're going to be talking about WNR. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow Industrials finished up 228. NASDAQ up 57. S&P's up 26. Gold up $1.20 at 11.53. Silver up 13 at $15.62. We're going to be right back.
platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Each and every time that the dollar ticks higher, S&P wants higher price. Each and every time that the dollar's ticking lower, guess what? S&P wants lower price. Dollar, the metals, and the S&P are going tick for tick.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow finished up by 228, Nasdaq up 57, S&P's up 28. Let's go to Peter in Massachusetts. Hey, Peter, what's going on? Okay, Peter wanted to look at WNR. WNR, folks, is Western Refinery. Let's go take a look at this baby and see what we have. WNR. So Western Refinery, they refine crude oil and petroleum products, and the refineries themselves, folks, have been on fire, meaning going up. Why? Because the crack spread is much larger, and that leaves, bottom line, huge room for the refiners. This equity has gone from $31 to $47 since January 15th. We take a look at this, and we put this on a weekly first. Let's see. So on a weekly, what we have is this. Your last swing points up here were 9 million shares. 9 million shares, that was the high of 46.09 in September. And what do? We take that out with 9 million versus 9 million. Okay, that's good. Bottom line, she's pushing into those highs with volume. You know, so now it hasn't busted through this level, meaning the $48.36, but it certainly is pushing in there with volume. And then what you also have is that the as you were pulling back down, this is pretty neat, as you had pulled back down into this $31 level, that $31 level, watch what this was doing. This is kind of a classic, actually. It was pulling into the upthrust that was out there from November 15th of 2013. So when we went topside, this is on a weekly basis I'm looking at. We had gone topside with 14.8 million shares. Went from a price point of 32 to 39. Gets all the way up to 47. Pulls back into that 32 with 11 million shares versus your upthrust of 14.8. So bottom line is that that's acting pretty good, actually. The crack spread itself, because of the price of oil, continues to basically be a good scene for these refiners. Let's go just look at a couple of the others right now. If we go TSO, you're going to see TSO is trading out at $87.81. This little baby has gone, and this is pretty intense. All of them are pretty intense. So this in the last same deal went from 64 to 87. Man, this is about as good as you can get. Okay, so these have not only gone fast, they have some juice behind them, but these have been one-way moves. There's no doubt about that. So if you get into one of these, or you are in one of these refineries, you better make sure that you follow that stop all the way up, because when I look at TSO has just gone up 100% from October of 2013. It was a straight line move. But oil itself, folks, here, I'll bring up oil for you for a second. What you do have out here, and I suspect that we're all going to be driving a lot more, because even as I got oil over the weekend, it was like, I mean, gasoline over the weekend, it was like heaven. So let's check out the price right now. So check this out. So unleaded gas is at 172. 172, that's pretty intense. Let's pull this up. XBK5. So XB, because this hits everyone, whether you trade futures or not. XBK5. Because watch this. We want to know, okay, how much down or up can this baby still go? Okay, so we're at 172. We came down today with volume. So you're down 3 pennies with 37,000 contracts. That's saying we're going to go after 160. So you're at 172. You're going to go after 160. The low on this contract is 152.34. The actual oil contract, okay, this is where there is a difference. The oil contract itself, okay, is breaking into its lows. It looks like it's just going to blow this low out. I mean, and you blow that low out, what you're going to end up doing is going to end up being a large ABC structure on the way down, and you're talking about $25, $30 oil, $25 oil actually. You know, as you come over to our website, well, here, let's do oil first. CLK5. The oil contract out here, oil contract, we're at 46.13. As I said earlier, I think oil's going to jump the creek. Oil looks like it wants to jump the creek, get into lower price. And now as you come over to our website, folks, at TFNN, our man, Mr. Dave White, you're going to see two different things right in the carousel tonight. Dave White is going to be doing an outstanding option trading options and expiration week. That's Wednesday. It's free. It's free if you're a subscriber, but you can test drive his newsletter right here, right now, free. Check it out. What you're also going to see is that we just brought this up, the double your Target dollar bonus for our spring special. Normally when you buy Target dollars, even when we have a special, folks, okay, you get 10, 20, or 30%. This particular time, it's going to be 20, 30, or 40%. It's good from today until this Sunday. So you have 6 days in order to get the deal. If you buy 500 Target dollars, you get 600. You buy 1,000, you get 1,300. You buy 1,500, you get 2,600. So your bonuses are 100, 300, or 600. Target dollars are good for all products at TFNN. No expiration date, and they're totally transferable. So bottom line is that if you have any product that you buy at TFNN right now, if you're looking to buy any in the future, great time to do it. If we take a look at the markets out here, what you're looking at is this. The cash S&P, that's what you want to basically come off of, meaning benchmark off of. The cash S&P right now is at 20.81. Your high that was generated out there on the 9th is 20.83.90. You're coming into the downdraft of the 6th of March. Now, you're coming into that downdraft with a lot lighter volume. As I said a little bit earlier, though, the SPY had some juice into it today. The NYSE didn't. So we'll see how we get into the downdraft that was out there on the 6th. What you can expect is this. You can expect high volatility, a bunch of backing off probably on Wednesday morning. There's high volatility tomorrow. Wednesday morning, before we get into the Fed speech, you're going to basically, the market will flatten out. What I do expect you're going to have a lot of movement in is the U.S. dollar and the bond market. Bonds look to me like they want to change direction. The dollar index, okay, hit a high out here today, rejected that price, came off the high with a little juice. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it. Take ownership of it and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. You have a great night, safe night. Look forward to speaking it right here tomorrow. Go get them, folks.